back over here, Mr. Quinn?
Well, I was back here last year when Mezeron, the company that came in from Estonia, was moving freight from this island to Great Britain and Ireland. And as a result of that, what it meant was that the people that worked on the ships were being threatened because the rates of pay were something like 60% lower than what our members were receiving. And on top of that as well, if they lost their jobs, it meant that the Isle of Man taxpayer will be paying even more money to keep people on the dole queues. And we campaigned to say, yes, we're not certainly here to pat Isle of Man Steam Packet Company on the back. There's a lot to be desired about the company, about the services and the costs of the services. However, we don't believe that people should have to have their jobs undercut by groups of workers from other parts of the world that are undercutting our members. We're not opposed to Estonian workers, we're not opposed to Polish workers. What we're saying is if they work on the similar ships as ours, they should be paid the same terms and conditions.
So what's the meeting here tonight gauging? Is it a meeting to find out?
Well, our members have got no protection. A company could come in, for example, and just take over the routes, and our members could just lose their jobs. In UK, what would have to happen is that the workers would transfer to the new employer. And secondly, let's start tackling the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company. People have been telling me they believe they're too expensive. They're telling me that the service is not good enough. Well, let's tackle how good the services are. Let's tackle the costs, but don't let our members have to pay the price of losing their jobs to groups of workers. And we believe that you're going to give up your employment opportunities for people in the Isle of Man.
How are your relationships with the Steam Packet then?
We're getting well with the Steam Packet. I mean, we've had negotiating rights for the last 120 years with them. But we're not here just to praise the Isle of Man Steam Packet Company and say things should stay the same. What we're saying is there should be decent services for the islanders. They should be not expensive, they should be efficient, but we don't believe our members should pay the price of cheap labour coming in from around the world to put islanders on the dole queues.
Do you think there is going to be another threat then to the service?
Well, certainly there's a threat because they've not gone away. They've given up some of the freight, but they're still running services into Belfast. They're still doing other freight services. And as the worldwide economy starts getting deteriorating, there's going to be more and more companies that will be prepared to cut its costs to undermine ferry companies that pay reasonable paying conditions.
Were you surprised that they gave up the fight on the Liverpool route?
They haven't given it up. They've given it up. They've given up a part of it because they believe they're not making so much money.
But were you surprised it happened like that in the end?
Well, it's not about surprising it happened. I mean, they've moved temporary. It's half time as far as we're concerned. They're in the dugout, ready to come out again. It's our duty to try and make sure that our members get the best possible terms and conditions, but also that the community get decent terms and conditions as well.